Have you ever had the nerve to say no to a woman and watched hell unfold? Yeah, they pretend everything's fine, but rejection for them is like snake venom. It seeps into their ego and wreaks beautiful havoc. Want to know why? Because unlike the fairy tales they're sold, many women build their self-esteem on applause mainly from men. When the pedestal breaks, goodbye facade, goodbye mask, and what's left is a cocktail of insecurity with a splash of wounded pride. Oh, and before you come at me with that women handle rejection better than men crap, it's time to face reality. The difference is they've become masters at the art of disguise, while inside they're plotting a revenge worthy of a Mexican telenovela. And that's where the game is. Understanding how this mechanism works is the trick to flipping the script in your favor. Want to shield yourself from emotional games and, as a bonus, use their rejection as a springboard for your own growth. Then stick around until the end. But let me warn you, no being a content parasite. Hit like, subscribe. Share with that friend who still thinks he's playing poker while actually in a game of emotional chess. This video exists because someone before clicked like and had the decency to help the algorithm work. Now it's your turn. Do your part or leave a thank you in the comments to make up for it. And it's not for me, it's for YouTube's lazy algorithm that only runs on blackmail tactics. Let's get to the point. Number 1, the illusion of superiority. Why rejection is their kryptonite. Have you noticed how many women present themselves as unshakable fortresses of confidence? As if nothing, absolutely nothing could scratch them. Spoiler alert, it's all a facade, my friend. A well-constructed storefront that crumbles with a blow called no. Their self-esteem is often a house of cards built on external validation, especially male validation. And when that fails, well, you already know how the story ends. This posture of superiority works wonderfully until it hits the wall of reality. A simple no acts like a shattered mirror, forcing them to face an uncomfortable truth. Maybe they aren't as irresistible as their own marketing suggests. In a world flooded with likes, DMs, and overflowing attention, rejection hits differently. It's an earthquake that shakes the ego in ways previously unimaginable. Now, think about this. While men grow up hearing phrases like, get up and try again, many women live in an ecosystem where not getting what they want is almost heresy. Rejection for them isn't just a scratch on the pride, it's an existential crisis. And the more inflated the ego, the harder the fall. Want an example? Ignore a message or show disinterest, and watch the chaos unfold. How dare he have the nerve to ignore me? Because in their universe, rejection isn't just a fact of life, it's a personal affront. Pro tip, pay attention to how they react when you reject them. If you stay firm without excuses or justifications, you'll realize the show isn't about you, it's about their internal struggle. And there, my friend, is where your power lies. Use it wisely. Number 2, the broken ego. When no unveils the labyrinth of insecurities. Here's the raw truth. Rejection isn't about you, champ. It's about her and the insecurity she tries to hide under layers of makeup, motivational quotes, and Instagram filters. A no is like a flashlight in the dark, illuminating the parts of her ego she'd rather never see. You know that mantra, a confident woman doesn't need validation? Yeah, great slogan for a t-shirt, but in real life it's almost as useful as a broken umbrella. Most women still feed off external recognition. When you cut off that attention supply, reality hits hard. Am I not good enough? Did he see something in me that I don't even see myself? And then the show begins. Rejection cracks open the shiny armor, revealing the cracks behind the confident smile. The result? Disproportionate reactions. Verbal attacks, rehearsed in different faces, or even emotional games worthy of a Mexican telenovela. Want a classic example? The woman who, after a no, starts compulsively posting natural selfies, read 300 attempts until perfect, or stories filled with forced happiness, as if to say, look what you missed, jerk. But the truth is, more than trying to impress you, She's trying to convince herself she still has control. Smart tip. When a woman reacts exaggeratedly to your no, remember, the circus isn't about you. It's her trying to silence her own demons. You don't need to be cruel or step on her. Just maintain your composure. Show that rejection is part of the game and move on. True power lies in those who stay calm while the other loses their footing. Number 3. Social revenge. The theater of the wounded ego. Take note, champ. When you reject a woman, her ego not only takes the hit, but demands revenge. And no, she's not going to accept defeat gracefully. Instead, she's going to turn the situation into a spectacle where, in her script, she always comes out on top. Rejecting a woman is practically signing a declaration of war against the validation system she's built around herself. The plan? Prove that you're insignificant, even if, in reality, you've left a mark. Her goal isn't just to move on, but to make you believe you lost the life lottery ticket. Want the biggest tricks of this telenovela? Here they are. Exaggerated social media posts. Suddenly, the woman who didn't even use stories is at every party, surrounded by cool people and posting motivational phrases like, "I've shed dead weight." Translation? Look how amazing my life is without you, idiot. Fake indifference. If she ignores you or acts cold when she sees you, it's not because she's chill. It's because she's busy trying to prove her existence doesn't matter, while draining all her energy thinking about you. The famous upgrade. The classic. She shows up with a new partner, usually someone who seems better in status, looks, or bank account. The intention isn't just to move on, but to rub in your face what you supposedly lost. Now let's be honest, it's all pure theater. Rejection hurt and left scars, but instead of dealing with them, she puts her ego in the driver's seat and floors the pedal on the spectacle. Those who truly pay attention can easily spot the cracks in this facade. Master tip: don't enter this ego game. If you rejected respectfully, maintain your stance. The secret is to ignore the show. While she loses her cool trying to prove a point, you continue with your life as if nothing happened. Nothing irritates more than being ignored by someone you're trying to impress. Dramatic pause. Tired of being the emotional punching bag? Always the poor guy she uses, discards, and even laughs in your face. It's time to put a stop to that. In the description, there's a digital book that's the key to breaking this pathetic cycle. You'll learn how to flip the script, earn respect, and most importantly, stop giving a damn about those who don't deserve it. Either take control now or keep being the doormat she steps on and cleans her feet without looking back. The choice is yours, my friend. Make it count. Number 4, why they hate losing control and how to turn it to your advantage. Want to know what really shakes a woman's foundation? Losing control of the social theater she masterfully directs. For generations, they've perfected the art of steering the narrative with charm, emotional manipulation, and that look that makes you rethink your life choices. But then you show up, immune to all that, and what happens? The magic fails, the stage collapses, and the show loses its script. Why is this so devastating? Because control for many women isn't just a strategy, it's their comfort zone. They know how to move the pieces on the social chessboard to perfection. A calculated glance here, an ambiguous phrase there, and voila, checkmate. When you reject them, or better yet, don't fall for their theater, you not only break the script, but question the effectiveness of the entire game. And you know what's most interesting? It doesn't just bother them, it deeply irritates them. Losing control isn't just uncomfortable, it's a direct attack on the system they've spent their lives using to stand out. How to turn this to your advantage? The secret is simple. Be unshakable. A man who maintains emotional control, who doesn't engage in blackmail or drama, becomes almost a mythological figure. Why? Because to most, it's nearly impossible to manipulate someone like that. Practical example. Let's say she drops something like, "Wow, You must be way too busy with someone more interesting to ignore me like this. Your response: short, direct, and drama-free. I just do what makes sense for me. No elaborate explanations, no justifications, and most importantly, no emotion in your voice. Golden tip: the less you react emotionally, the more you reinforce your position of power. It's not about being cold or insensitive, but showing that your life doesn't revolve around her validation. And guess what? That not only takes away her control, but deep down, increases the respect she has for you. So, my friend, the rule is clear. The less control you give, the more you keep. And in this game, whoever holds the reins always wins. Number 5, rising above, turning their rejection into fuel for your growth. Here's the unfiltered reality. Rejecting a woman isn't about getting back at her or showing who's boss. It's about you. It's a golden opportunity to evolve, build your confidence, and become emotionally untouchable, and, ironically, much more desirable. First point: rejecting isn't cruelty, it's honesty. Most men settle for half-assed relationships or ignore their own boundaries just to avoid the discomfort of saying no. The result: they become prisoners of situations that drain their energy and kill their potential. When you choose to reject, you choose yourself, and that, my friend, is already a revolutionary act. Second point: rejection is training for clarity and firmness. When you say no, you're practicing something many women already excel at: prioritizing what makes sense for them. This boosts your self-esteem and, in the process, earns respect. Because let's face it, few have the courage to reject, especially in a respectful and confident manner. And here comes the plot twist. By rejecting with confidence and without drama, you automatically change the game. Whether she likes it or not, the woman will find herself thinking, he really knows what he wants, and it's not me. And that, ironically, is a huge admiration magnet. After all, men who have this clarity are a rarity. Master tip: treat every interaction as a learning opportunity. Every no you give with firmness and class is a step toward becoming a more centered and secure man. The secret to rising above is simple: reject without guilt, without disrespect, and most importantly, without caring about the impact on her ego. When you start using their rejection as an exercise in personal growth, emotional dynamics stop controlling you. And at that point, it doesn't matter who said no to whom, because you'll already be far beyond that conversation. Rejecting a woman isn't just a no, it's a test, and it's not just about what she's going to show, but above all about who you are. When you understand the power of maintaining emotional control and prioritizing your own growth, every interaction stops being an emotional trap and becomes a discreet but definitive victory. Now, the question is simple. Will you continue to be a hostage to the fear of saying no? Or will you take control and turn the game in your favor? The decision is yours. But remember, men who know what they want, and most importantly, what they don't want, always come out on top. If this video gave you the reality check you needed, comment here, "I choose control," and go ahead and leave a like, because that's the only way I can keep delivering these truths that no one else dares to say. See you in the next video.